We're at Northeast Trek Con, guys. This is actually the very first con here in this area in Albany. So how's it been so far?
It's been lovely. The people, with the first con, it's always a more intimate group, and that's fun actually for me and for the people. And it was a great group of people, and really interesting panels. I thought I love panels, so I was really glad to be a part of them. I thought it was just great.
Cool. So yeah, I actually got to the host the Deep Space Nine panel you were on yesterday, which was a lot of fun. You and JG and Aaron and Chase. So I asked you this guys yesterday, but for these viewers, what any favorite episodes or just memories from being on DS9?
As I said yesterday, 7 years on a show like Deep Space Nine, it's not quite accurate 7 years, because they're not 12-hour days. They're 16 to 20-hour days and intense times. So I feel like a huge chunk of my life was that show. So I have memories of both my boys growing up on the Paramount lot. I have memories of dear friends and good times and hard times and desperate times. So and then it goes on to this so many years later. So it's just Deep Space Nine is like saying, well, how's your life? So it's in there. And in terms of a favorite show, it always will be, I think, my answer will be the same, Duet, because I thought the writing was classic Star Trek writing. It was so strong, and it really changed. It forced me to examine my beliefs about a lot of things as well. That script did.
Let's say you, Nana, could go into the holosuite and run any program. Like, what would you want to run?
I would probably like to be Cary Grant's leading lady in one of those movies of the 20s, 30s, 40s. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
DS9 is actually my favorite show. And I think there's definitely differences from the other Trek series, but how do you think it was different than the other Star Trek series?
I think one of the hardest things for people back in the day was the fact that it was serialized, and it wasn't convenient really for the way we watched TV then. It was tough. But now with Netflix and the fact that you get a whole season dumped on you at once, it's the ideal way to have a long thought and develop characters and develop a world. And I think that's one reason why people going to the series for the first time these days are so excited about it. They love it. And I think it's because that doesn't get in their way. Also, it's a really good show for the times we live in now, even more so than back in the day. They were ahead of their time.
Absolutely. I think Star Trek always has been ahead of the time.
Right. That's right.
I read also that you have an asteroid named after you.
I do.
Cool?
It starts to make my brain explode, so I stop thinking about it. It's kind of wild.
Was that just, did you know about it? Was this the scientist just was a fan of?
Yeah, he just decided to do that. We have incredible fans and scientists and astrophysicists and people that I think would shock most people who still have an old-fashioned idea of what a person who watches Star Trek is. They'd be shocked because it's the person flying them on the plane. It's the pilot. It's our military. It's a lot of different people. Our scientists. It's fascinating.
What do you have? Anything coming up that you're doing? I know you said more recently you were trying to get back into acting after a while.
Yeah, I do. I'm focusing my time. I wrote a play, and I put a lot of time into that, and I will continue to. But I recently went, I'm not done yet. I want another series.
Cool.
If it was science fiction, it would be great, but I'd like another series.
Do you actually like science fiction? Did you like science fiction before you got cast in DS9?
I didn't know science fiction on that level. It was such a high level of all the aspects of it were of the highest quality, and it wasn't always true back in the day. Now, science fiction has lost its any kind of tarnish it had on it for people in the business. It's like everyone wants to be a part of it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Why do you think Star Trek, this is the 50th anniversary, why do you think Star Trek's lasted 50 years?
Because it inspires children to grow up and become these people who design iPhones and land things on Mars, and they take their children and say, look, this was important to me. Now we're going to sit down and watch this as a family. If you deal with real storytelling and real imagination, I think it'll always keep going.
I hope so, because I love it.
Me too.
I love the mirror universe episodes, and DS9 did one of those pretty much every season after, I think, season 2 or so. What was it like to play the other version of Kira in the parallel universe?
It was wonderful, because when you do something opposite from the original thought, it makes you clearer about the original thought, because I was flipping it so completely, it made me understand even more who Kira was. So it was great, and it was fun. Not fun to wear the rubber suit, but everything else about it was fun.
It looked like it was a lot of fun. Cool. Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll have more interviews here from Northeast Trek On.